behind me right now, but we do have a lot of images that are going to show you just the scale of this fire. It was a big one. That building, there is no salvaging anything in that. In fact, that's what one of the witnesses said to us earlier today. Can't even get a glimpse really of the smoke because the wind is pretty much carrying the smoke away from us. And this is an area, in fact, the city of Greensboro is hoping to redevelop. So I don't know if this at all helps or hurts that project, but of course we'll find out in the days and months to come. I want to give you a better picture of what happened because we do have some video that I think really is going to help tell this story. The story really is the flames that broke out around 12:45 today. So what are we at? About 5 hours away from when this started. The building, we are told by the city, or the building is called Import Knights Auto Repair on the 800th block of South Elm near Lee Street again, not too far from where it meets Martin Luther King. The viewers are sending us pictures all throughout the day. In fact, some of the neighbors got a very up close and personal experience about this. The sky was filled with smoke. Flames were bursting through the roof of that building. And that was part of the problem. The ceiling collapsed as those 4 firefighters were trying to stamp out the flames. Plenty of ambulances were here because of that. And due to the fact that we have one firefighter that has serious injuries, according to what Chief Grayson said earlier today in a news conference, we have our entire news team covering this story. Crews still working out on this fire right now. And as you can imagine, it has been an incredible day for Greensboro firefighters.
Today has been a very difficult day for Greensboro firefighters.
Well, Chief Grayson said earlier today in that news conference, this is the first time in quite a long time that a Greensboro firefighter has been injured in the line of duty. And again, he said that these injuries are serious in nature. We're going to go to WFMY News 2's Morgan Hightower now at Baptist Medical Center in Winston-Salem, where the firefighter has been transported after getting initial treatment. Morgan, what can you tell us?
Right, Frank, well, during his recovery.
Certainly prayer is going to be important as he recovers, Morgan. Thank you very much. Though 3 other firefighters that were injured and were taken to Moses Cone Hospital worked out of Station 7 in Greensboro. 2 of them have been released, and 1, we're told, has a foot injury. We might get a little more information on that in a little bit. Do want to come back here to the scene as to where we stand right now. WFMY News 2's Faith Abube has been out here for quite a long time. In fact, you know, I got word of this from my wife, who saw this miles away. This was such a big fire. You got a pretty close understanding of what happened here.
Yeah, definitely. I saw that as well.
Yeah, shocking indeed. Faith, thank you so very much. Well, we spent a whole lot of time trying to determine what was going on in that business, what was the nature of the business at that building. And in fact, we've been given 2 different names for the business. I know this might sound odd, but this is the truth. The city says the business is called Import Knights Auto Repair. The owner calls it JTL Auto Sales. We do know for sure that the building is 55 years old, built in 1959. Today, the ceiling collapsed and the building might be gone forever. Perhaps no one more affected by this than the owner of that business. WFMY News 2's Mark Geary got a chance to talk to him.
I did a indication about whether there are 2 distinct businesses or even 2 buildings involved here.
And it's important to note firefighters are still investigating exactly what happened here. They have not left the scene. They're still trying to get all the flames out. Of course, the investigation will continue. Margaret reporting. Thanks so much. All right, so on WFMYnews2.com, certainly we will continue to update this situation, constantly updating the information and details we find out over the coming hours, days, and weeks and months. So go to WFMYnews2.com for more throughout the evening. Julie, back to you.
Certainly.
Indeed. All right. So, Zach, we got some details from Chief Grayson earlier about the firefighter who is at Baptist. Tell us a little more. You said you know some more about the burns, the extent of the burns.
You know, he did receive some pretty significant burns. You're talking about a captain that's been here for over 15 years, and so this is an experienced firefighter that ran into, obviously, something that happened pretty fast, and it caught him. It's non-life-threatening, which is very important. Not life-threatening, but they're significant enough to be at Baptist Hospital.
Yeah, 1st degree, 2nd degree.
It's not 1st degree, more in the 2nd to 3rd degree, but we're still determining the extent to the full. His family's been notified, and we're just praying for him.
You said someone had an injury to their back. Is that correct?
Yeah, my understanding from what we've been told is the roof might have fallen in a little bit and caught some of these guys by surprise, but all the 4 firefighters that were affected, all of them had significant experience. So we're just going to pull for them and hope everything recovers well.
Yeah, and that's what we're hoping for, Zach. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. Always good to see you. And we're going to go to Chad Silver now with a little more information on the other 3 firefighters who are still at Moses Cone. Chad. Back here at South Elm Street, the 800th block of South Elm Street, just south of Lee Street in downtown Greensboro, earlier today around 12:45, a fire broke out at a building just behind me, and the flames have been extinguished for the most part. Hotspots will be an issue. The biggest story, though, here, 4 firefighters were injured when the ceiling collapsed upon them as they were trying to fight this fire. One of them is at the Burn Center at Baptist Hospital in Winston-Salem. Zach Matheny, one of our city council people in Greensboro, says it's 2nd to 3rd degree burns for that firefighter, and another firefighter has injuries to his back and his ankle leg area. We're going to continue to cover this story and bring you more information on Twitter, Facebook, and WFNYnews2.com throughout the evening. Julie.
And so
America. So what is it home?